everybody, and welcome to Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsboro, home of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals ice hockey team, as they get to set to take on high-powered Hanover here on a January, 20th of 2018. I'm Sean Collins with Tom King. Tom, who was here for a thrilling BG girls game on Martin Luther King Day just 5 days ago. Tom, we could have an equally exciting game here between these two teams that are high atop the Division I standings.
I think so, John. These are the two of the best four teams in the league. The other two being Concord and Bedford. BG already owns. It's ironic because BG owns a win over Bedford, 2-0, and Hanover, their only loss is to the Bulldogs of Bedford.
The defending champion Bedford team.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got Hanover coming in here at 7-1, Guertin 5-1-1, and the thing is with the Cardinals, their loss is out of state to Arlington Catholic earlier this week. They play a tough schedule, so it's going to be an interesting game. I think that you've got two teams that pretty much play the same style. This is one of the most physical Guertin teams that I've seen in years. If you take a look at them, they're pretty big. If you take a look at Hanover, you see smaller players and a lot of speed.
I'll take one look at the goalie, Tom.
Yeah.
Harris LaRock is a big human. He's actually I think he's the starter that's off to the right.
Yes, I see him in the corner.
He's number 35.
He is tall.
He is big.
But then
and his name is LaRock. What a great name for a goalie.
It's a fabulous name for a goalie, John. But so is Colin Freitas. He's 6'1" for Guertin. And he's played very well this year. He won the job in the preseason.
Only a sophomore.
And he's held on to it ever since, starting in all the big games.
That was my Keith Jackson tribute who just passed away.
Right.
One of the greats of all time.
So, this is going to be an interesting game. If you're Guertin, you want to watch out. They've got a younger team. Hanover does. They don't, they've got some seniors, but they've got some good sophomores and juniors too. And I think that one of the top players on him is senior David Lehman. He's a forward. He's 6 foot, 160 pounds. And then if you go down to the other level, the younger level, the sophomore level, Owen Stadheim, he's 5'8". So you've got tall, older, small, younger. Hanover's got a nice mix. If you're Guertin, their MVP, Ben Peterson, he's our Telegraph Player of the Year last year. He's probably going to win it again this year if he keeps his pace up. He has had a phenomenal season already. He's improved his game even from last year. He's a senior forward. He's good. He knows the puck. He's always around the puck. Gary Bishop has always had one of those players. Justin Pearson was the one. Justin Pearson was one a couple of years ago who always know to be around the puck. They're always involved in the play. Ben Peterson is that guy right now.
Tom, Ben Peterson is listed in my program. Ben is 5'5" and 145.
He's 5'5". I think he's a little bigger than 5'5" now. I think that was more last year. 145. I'd say right now I'd put him at 160. He's beefed up a little bit from last year.
So he's BG's Brad Marchand.
Number 9. He's right here at the blue line. Yeah. He is small, but you know what? He's fast. He's one of those players that where the puck is, that's where Ben Peterson will be.
Game changer.
Definitely, no doubt about it. But Gary Bishop mixed up the lines earlier in the year, but then he mixed them up again. Always does it after the Christmas tournament. Changes things up after the holidays. But he says right now he's got 3 deep lines who all can score, but his top 2 lines can score a lot. So you have to watch out for that in this hockey game.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. It's Hanover at Bishop Guertin here at Skate 3 Arena. Face-off. Opening face-off is coming right up in just a moment.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
We are ready for hockey here at Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsboro, the home ice of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals boys and girls hockey teams. There is a doubleheader going on here this evening on January 20 of 2018, and Nashua ETV will be doing both games. This boys game promises to be a doozy. One loss only for each of the two teams who have state championship aspirations, as always, the Hanover Marauders and the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Hello, I'm John Collins along with Tom King. Our cameraman this evening once again is Tim O'Neill. It's not even bitterly cold out today. Sun was out. I think the temperature got above freezing. It was a jam-packed parking lot. Of course, a lot goes on here at Skate 3 on the 3 ice rinks they have, the roller derby rink. Roller rink, I should say. Roller derby's a different story. But we are expecting an exciting game. Bishop Guertin's only loss coming out of state against Arlington Catholic just recently. Also, recent loss for Hanover as they went down to Bedford and lost 4-1. But both of these teams are really used to winning, and we'll see who comes out on top today. Face-off won by the Cardinals as they retreat back to their own zone and circle. Defenseman for BG, number 18, Jack Johansson, plays it on ahead before it is intercepted by Hanover. Stolen back by Aaron Pratt. Sophomore forward, number 21 on the forecheck. Trying to make something happen. Breaking up the defenseman was Mike Schaff, number 15 for the Cardinals. That leads to a wrister from the point, just wide to the left by that was Jack Johansson still out there at the right point. Just off of Johansson's stick on the feed from behind the goal, or he would have had a opportunity from point blank range. Aiden Wilkie with a head of steam. What did he fire that off of? It almost looked like it went off the crossbar, but it did not go in. We know that much. Diagonal shoot in from Johansson into the far corner. 2-on-2 battle in there, and BG came away with the loose puck. I believe that was a shot on net by Ben Peterson. A little backhander, but planking down the big pillows was Harris LaRocque, the goaltender. Said earlier he looks very big, like he fills up the frame. Of course, a lot of that is goalie equipment, but he is 6'1" and close to 190 pounds, the exact same height and weight as the BG goaltender. So you look left to right, Harris LaRocque, the senior goalie in net for Hanover that's in your picture right now, and Colin Freitas, the sophomore goalie for BG. They look like bookends. I mean, they look almost identical physically, except for, of course, the uniform. The Marauders in their traditional all maroon, and BG wearing the best described as Green Bay Packers colors, green, white, and yellow. And that was nearly a shot in the goal near side by Ben Peterson, but sealing it off like a insulated storm window there was Harris LaRocque to prevent the puck from squeaking in the left side. The Marauders coming out with a head of steam. It is a 2-on-1. Bearing in, Freitas with the save. Winger Owen Stadheim had a teammate, David Lehman, one of the co-captains, on the right wing, but he chose not to pass to him. That might have been the play, because it looked like Freitas had read it, that in fact Stadheim was going to take the shot, and read it perfectly, and made up what turned out to be an easy save. The Marauders keeping the pressure on after the face-off in the BG zone. 15-minute periods in New Hampshire high school hockey. We've played just over 2 minutes into the first period, and we are scoreless here on Nashua ETV. Circling in his own zone, Silas Oberting, sophomore defenseman, one of the starters, partial 2-on-1. Now putting the brakes on, shot, goal! The Marauders come up with the first score of the game. It was either a deflection into the goal or a goal by Elias Zinman, number 18. Camped on the right post was Cameron Woods for the Marauders, number 15. And it was either Zinman or Woods that will get credited with this goal. It might have been a tip-in by Woods, who was on the right post there, set up perfectly to ease it past Freitas, who really had no chance once that puck. And in fact, it is Elias Zinman hands Williams on the assist, and it's just that. They say there was no tip-in by Woods, who was standing at the right post, so it was Zinman who just made a nice shot, apparently, hit the far corner along the ice and beat Freitas. 1-0, Hanover takes an early lead. That goal coming just under 3 minutes into the game. 1-0, Hanover leads it as the Marauders get another chance. That's a wrister that goes wide by Tono Correa. First name T-O-N-O. BG with a rush. Trying to go it alone there was Ryan Flynn. LaRocque deflects the shot into the corner. The Marauders have it around the boards. It goes, and Aiden Wilkie, that was number 5, David Lehman for Marauders. Big hit there by Jack Johansson. I believe that's an old boxer's name, it was Jake Johansson, but it's pretty close. And he just administered a blow there to stop the Marauders' rush in its tracks. Ryan Flynn gets in the way of that clearing pass up the boards. That draw pass goes right onto the stick of senior co-captain Braxton McNulty, but he can't do anything with it through the neutral zone. It's stolen by the Cardinals. Playing it into the zone, Aaron Pratt to get a line change for the Cardinals as they switch up. 11 minutes even to go first period. The Marauders lead 1-0 as BG looks for the equalizer in the person of Patrick Madden, number 12, saved by LaRocque. Number 12, Patrick Madden putting the pressure on as he rushed in from the near point. Up and down action here at Skate 3 Arena in Tingsboro. Longtime home of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals ice hockey team. They even have a big bumper sticker on this Zamboni. Deflected shot does not make its way through to LaRocque or to the Hanover cage. Back checking, Ben Peterson with the steal for the Cardinals as the defense goes D to D, and now Peterson with that head of steam that Tom talked about. He squeaks past the defense. Peterson had it and then lost it, but he keeps it in the zone. Around the boards it goes. Pat Madden gives it to Doug Barker. Barker wheeling, somehow picking that out of the sky was Peterson. He let an opponent touch it because he would have been whistled for touching the puck above the shoulder. Although that was great hand-eye coordination by Peterson. I think if you touch it, it's a face-off in your own zone, so that was a smart play. Barker levels a clean check on Hans Williams, a junior forward, hit the deck, courtesy of the right shoulder of Doug Barker. Puck fought for behind the net. Hanover coming away with it. Centering pass, and Peterson on the back check. The forward was able to clear it out of the danger zone. The Cardinals looking for the equalizer as they get another line change for some of their line mates. The forwards 2-on-1 for the moment. Hanover coming in, and nice poke check. Actually accidentally tripping the BG defenseman was the Hanover attacker, Hans Williams, but he did not get whistled for tripping. Rush for the Cardinals now. Liam Nye on the wing. Throws it around the boards. Nice centering pass. Treadway score! It came all the way back to Liam Nye, who started the rush. All three forwards touched the puck. It included a nifty between the legs blind centering pass that led directly to the Liam Nye goal. Harris LaRocque, the goaltender for Hanover, just lost sight of it. Nothing too spectacular about the shot by Nye, but similar to the Hanover goal, it was a kind of a medium-paced shot along the ice that found the far corner. So Ben Young got credited with the assist. Ben Young was the forward, the winger that put the puck between his legs, the centering pass that found its way to Nye's stick. and he backhanded. It was two backhands, a pass and a shot, and it produced the first BG goal. 1-1 the score. This puck is launched up and over the glass, and if that had been the NHL, that would have been a 2-minute delay of game penalty against the Cardinals. High school hockey has not yet instituted such a rule, and so it's just a face-off to the right of Colin Freitas, the sophomore goaltender for Bishop Guertin. Of course, Bishop Guertin, a private high school located in Nashua, has students from all over the place. A lot of Nashua kids, but also such as Freitas from out of city, Manchester, New Hampshire, is where the goalie hails from. Liam Nye, who just scored that goal, resides in Pepperell, Massachusetts. Puck fought for just inside the Hanover line as it's shot up and not out. Braxton Nye tried, goes off the back of the net. Max Trawick, number 3, back there to get it for Guertin, stolen back on defense by the Hanover Marauders as they clear it up to middle ice and chuck it down on a bounce, and holding on to it will be Freitas to force a faceoff to his right. We have played almost halfway through this first period, 7:55 to go. It has been up and down action. You cannot say that either team has dominated, although I think BG might have a slight edge in time of possession. This puck's going to go right past the goalie. Not icing, though. Back to get it for Hanover is Silas Oberting. Passes to his defense mate, Duncan Bailey, who gets it up and out on the stick of Charlie Plotner. Plotner throws it behind the net, chases after it. BG trying to come out of their own zone as they do. Cross-ice pass by BG's number 11. Oh, the dreaded non-roster listing for number 11 with BG. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get you that name shortly. The young man who wears number 11 just had a touch on that center ice play. Heavy hit right in front of us, and leveling the Hanover defender was Ryan Flynn, number 17, as Silas Oberting, the senior, hits the deck. Flynn had the size advantage there at 6'3" and 195. Puck fought for behind the BG goal. Quick whistle prevents any more stick work or shoulder work behind the net, and face off to the left of Harris LaRock, senior goaltender for Hanover. Some kind of foreign object on the ice. Players trying to get rid of it, and now they do. Might have just been an errant piece of tape. There's an extra stick on the ice, I guess in case anybody needs a spare, but that's not how hockey goes. You have to get that extra stick off the ice. Face-off won by the Cardinals. Wrister in on LaRock, and spearing at the no rebound play was Ryan Flynn, who gets ushered out of there by Matty Gardner, a freshman forward. Takes the senior Flynn out of the crease. Gardner's got great size for a freshman. He's 5'11", and he's listed at 150. He looks a little heavier than that. For Hanover, talking about number 19. Puck centered, but Hanover with a rush here. 3-on-2, draw pass. This is Owen Stadheim, goes into the corner, being checked there by Aiden Wilkie, number 5. Can't center it. Flynn is in to get it, throwing out that shoulder again and leveling another Hanover player into the boards. Chip and chase by Aaron Pratt as he gets to it. Beats the freshman. Gardner to the puck, around the boards, and kicked at, and now cleared by Hanover as they dump it in and they get a line change. Oh, but it's an icing. Apparently the chip in from Hanover was just on the left side as you look at the ice from our camera of the red line. Okay, if the Marauder player had skated one more stride and then dumped it in, it would not have been icing. So it's just they need a smarter play. Face off in the Hanover zone. 1-1 hockey game. The Marauders struck first about 3 minutes in, and then BG answered back a couple minutes later. Played off the glass and out. BG steals it, both teams trading possessions in the neutral zone. That pass went right into the skates of Ben Peterson. Now he collects it as he circles back to his own zone. Plays it across. Cam Fagan, number 19. Nice pass to Peterson. He almost went through the legs of the defenseman, but clamping down on it. Good defense by Braxton McNulty, the senior defenseman. BG will come out from the corner and nearly stuffed it past Larocque, but he was equal to the surprise attack from his left by Patrick Madden, the sophomore forward from Pelham, New Hampshire. Try to find some kind of an opening in the armor of Larocque. Into the corner, Doug Barker plays it around the boards. First there is Silas Oberting for Hanover, but he can't clear it. Johansson's wrister goes whistling over the goalie's head off the glass. Larocque directs that shot that was labeled for the far post to the corner. Barker tried to step up and intercept it. Peterson does. He sidesteps a check, but gets double teamed and the puck taken away. There's a one-on-one battle down this end of the ice. That is icing. The Marauders launching it from about their own blue line. It'll be another face-off to the left of Larocque. The Marauders have been called for icing 3 or 4 times in this period, and BG looking for that one opportunity to take a go-ahead lead, a go-ahead goal here in the offensive zone. Make the Marauders maybe pay for some of those icing calls. Number 22 for the Cardinals, mixing it up near boards, is Sean Kelly, just a freshman from Guertin on the ice. Back to get it, Johansson fires it around the boards, and now this probably will be icing against the Cardinals this time, with 4:25 to go first period. Head coach of Hanover is Dick Dodds, D-O-D-D-S. His assistant coaches, Dean Cashman, Dave Sutton, and Pat Doherty. Coaching staff for BG, Bishop, Gary Bishop is the head coach. And his assistants are Mark Mantone, Dan Phillips, and James Callahan. Centering pass, danger zone. BG's defense, though, pushes Hanover just out of there, and sprinting out, Liam Nye, who's got the goal for BG so far. Liam Nye with the goal for Guertin, and Elias Zinman the goal for Hanover, number 18, who is out there now, but the Marauders are changing up with just under 4 minutes left first period. Another face-off to the left of Harris Larocque. Interesting thing in the program concerning the roster of Hanover, they list right up there with their head and his assistant coaches their strength coach, Wayne Burwell. There's a shot from point blank range in the low slot, and that was Mike Schaff, freshman forward for BG from Nashua, that nearly had the second goal of the game. Great opportunity. Looked like it went right into the chest, right about where the N is in Hanover, of Harris Larocque, and he made sure there was no rebound as he clamped down with both arms. BG wins another face-off as Ryan Flynn gets tied up in the corner, but he still has the puck in front of him. Now Hanover tries to launch it. They can't. Good job at the near point to keep it in by Cam Fagan. Marauders clear, but right back in it goes. Ryan Flynn with a dipsy-do in front. Oh, they can't convert. A great setup from Ryan Flynn as he tried to get it to Mike Schaff and or Aaron Pratt on the play. Almost like a 3-on-1 or 2 there. BG player very slow to get up. Hopefully he's okay. There's a whistle. And we have a first penalty of the game coming up here against the Hanover Marauders. Going to the penalty box for Hanover will be Duncan Bailey. It looked like it might be a holding call against Hanover. So with 2 minutes and 59 seconds to go first period, BG will be on the power play for up to 2 minutes. A breakaway. Hanover's David Lehman, and a save is made. An exciting play there for Hanover, as right off of the faceoff came back to the point And the defenseman got beat on the loose puck by David Lehman, the senior forward, who got a shot away, and Freitas made the save to keep it a 1-1 game. BG is on the power play. Back to get it. Cam Fagan, defenseman, loses it in deep. Hanover with nearly their second shot on goal in this shorthanded situation. BG trying to set up some kind of a power play here. With a 5-on-4 advantage, they've just been a little bit discombobulated since the face-off in the offensive zone. Now they're resetting themselves. A reboot of the power play, and around the boards it goes off the stick of Cam Fagan all the way to the opposite point. Doug Barker wrists it around. Ben Peterson is there waiting near corner. Plays it further behind the net to Barker, back to Peterson. Slapper on the one-timer, misses to the right, ends up with Barker. Flynn is the guy behind the net for BG. Kind of a slowly developing power play here. Peterson tried to chip it up on the shoulder, and looks like we have another penalty coming up against Hanover, and it's going to be a 5-on-3, I believe, or what happened? What do we have? Some kind of a strain. No, it's not going to be a penalty. I misspoke on that. It's going to be 5-on-4 still, but something caused the official to blow the whistle. It did not look like a save and a tie-up by the goaltender. So put that one in the mystery file. Mystery whistles file. If there's such a show on the Identification and Discovery Channel. Deflected pass at mid-ice. Only half a minute to go on the power play for BG. Really nothing to show for it in this man advantage. In fact, Hanover has had the better chances as they get another one in on Freitas, who directs it to the corner. 15 seconds left to go in the man advantage. The Cardinals' pass to center ice is in the offensive zone. Here's Aaron Pratt, goes deep in the corner, still has it, tries to get the loose puck back. The Cardinals have it. The penalty is up. It's 5-on-5. The shot deflected by Mike Schaff, the freshman from Nashua, number 15 out there. Now a 5-on-5 situation. Loose puck, not yet. Still tied up near boards in the rugby scrum there on skates. 35 seconds left to go in the period. Freitas clamps down on that slider along the ice. Round behind the net it goes with half a minute left. Period one in a 1-1 game. A heavy hit at center ice, and that is going to be a penalty right in front of the official. Getting the best of his temper, Liam Nye just slashed away at the Hanover player and actually hit him in the helmet with the blade of his stick. It made a noise right in front of the official, and that's high sticking. Also could have been slashing or headhunting, but an ill-advised penalty with now 14 seconds left to go. Hanover with a man advantage.
Hanover with the man advantage, and BG didn't have much of a power play in that situation earlier.
No, and doesn't bode well for being down 5 men to 4 because they weren't able to do anything with up 5-4. That was a poor penalty, Tom. It was just kind of a retaliation.
No reason to
the
get
helmet.
One with 13.9 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, the official had no choice but to call that one. Block shot. There is time. 8 seconds.
Peterson spilled himself.
Oh, he could have had a last minute.
He would have had a breakaway.
Now
you got to be focused here and make sure you get the puck away.
That'll do it. The buzzer sounds as first period ends. It is a good one, as the scoreboard indicates. Hanover 1, BG 1 here at Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsboro. John Collins with Tom King. Our cameraman Tim O'Neill will be back with second period action right after this.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Welcome back, everybody, to Skate 3 in Tyngsboro. Bishop Guertin and Hanover going at it as we get set for the second period. It's a 1-1 game so far, living up to the, not quite Patriots-Jaguars hype, but the hype.
It's living up to a little bit of what it should be between two teams that have won 12 games combined and only lost 2. Bishop Guertin, for all the effort and all the time they've had in the Hanover zone, they don't have much to show for it. Just that one goal.
Yeah.
And now they've got to be extra careful because they start the period a man down.
Short-handed because of a high sticking call right at the end of the first period that went against number 16, Liam Nye, who is in the box for the next 1:30 as Hanover sets up in the offensive zone, trying to get the go-ahead goal. Hanover struck first in this one, about 3 minutes in. The one-timer's in the net. No goal. The net got dislodged just before it popped over the line. Wow, kind of a controversial call by the official there, as that puck looked like it was about labeled to go in, but the puck popped up in the air, and it looked like maybe the right shoulder or leg of Colin Freitas dislodged the post, and before it crossed the line, the official was waving off the goal. Hanover fans surely don't appreciate that. What could have been the go-ahead score wiped out would have been credited to David Lehman, the senior forward, number 5. I didn't quite see any Hanover player cause the net to be dislodged, so strange call there, but it is still a 1-1 game. Round the boards it goes, and it's out. 1-1 opportunity here, short-handed for the Cardinals. On fresh ice, Ben Young, the sophomore forward, number 14, got broken up as he got taken to the corner. Good defensive work by sophomore defenseman Silas Oberting, who has to go back and get it, or his fellow defenseman Owen Stadheim does. Stadheim, normally a forward playing defense here on the power play, number 11. Wrister blocker save. That was labeled for about halfway up the net inside the right post, and a nifty save by Freitas. We got a good look at the line that top shot was taken. There he makes a shoulder pad save. Loose puck. We got another dislodgement of the net. That's twice in the first minute and a half of the second period. I don't know if there's anything that can be done to keep the net on its moorings, but still a 5-on-4 advantage for Hanover for another 26 seconds. They've had some quality chances on this power play. Behind the net goes Joseph Goff, number 9. And not out. BG trying its best. Now they wing it down the length of the ice. Of course, on a penalty kill, there's no face-off for icing. Hanover coming out of their zone, can't. A bouncing puck goes into the BG bench, and another break in the action as the penalty expires. It's 5-on-5. 13-13 to go, second period. Anybody's hockey game. Looking through BG's schedule, they have had a lot of 9 and 10 goal games. Of course, it depends on the quality of the competition for the most part, but they are able to score. They just haven't been able to put up a ton of scores in this game. As it's been fairly evenly matched talent-wise. 13 minutes even now left in the second period. Face off to the left of Colin Freitas. The teams did change ends. This is the second period here at Skate 3, where you got to go a long distance to get back on defense when you come off the bench. For the first and third periods, your bench is in your defensive zone. For the second period, it is in the offensive zone. Hanover trying to come out of the corner with it, can't. Ricochets to the slot, and it's cleared away. It's going to be icing, so there was really no thought given to that play of getting it out of the danger zone. It turns into an icing call. Makes it easy to shift up your lines when there are face-offs every 20-30 seconds or so. And Gary Bishop, the head coach of BG, does just that as he gets his Ben Peterson line out there. Peterson and Barker. And on the near wing is Patrick Madden. Defenseman Aiden Wilkie making the rush. The shot goes wide, off to the left. The centering pass goes the length of the ice. They will not be icing because it was launched back there by Bishop Guertin themselves. Here's a centering pass on Peterson's stick. He's got a head of steam. The talented forward for BG making a rush in front. Nearly a setup for a goal there. Doug Barker was right in front of the crease. He just was not able to slide it 5-hole. Big opportunity. A slapper from the near point by Jack Johansson was blocked by Silas Oberting, and Hanover able to shoot it down the length of the ice, but it is not icing. Winding up for the Cardinals is Jack Johansson. Changes direction twice on his way past the blue line. He still had it on his stick before it was finally poked free. Shoulder to shoulder go BG and Hanover just inside the offensive zone for the Cardinals as Hanover clears it out of danger. Johansson standing tall at the red line, throws it far diagonal. First down to get it is Liam Nye. Shot away from him by Hanover around the boards. Taking a spill, but kind of fell on his own. Liam Nye does not draw a call there. Here's a pass in front, shot. What a play by Hanover, but an even better save by Colin Freitas, who followed what turned into a 3-on-none there with a big save. Rush into the offensive zone. Ben Young tried to slip it in near side, but sealing the storm window was Harris LaRocque, the big goaltender for Hanover. Gave no opening whatsoever near side. Hanover dumps it in and chases after it, but first back to get it is Cam Fagan. Fagan up the boards, not out. Standing at the blue line was Matty Gardner for Hanover. Rolling puck, still on edge as BG takes it over the blue line. Nifty moves there by Cam Fagan as he goes deep. Centering pass goes all the way through to the far point. The wrister does not find its way through by Johansson. BG Johansson with a slapper. He misfires and Hanover ends up with the loose puck as they pitchfork it to the neutral zone, and BG right back on the attack. Hanover breaks it up at the blue line. Back to get it, David Lehman. It's funny, some of the times the Hanover team, or the offensive team, can come off the bench offside, as happened there. It looked like David Lehman leaped over the boards and he was offside automatically, but it was delayed and it wasn't whistled. Lehman tried to rush there, but he was broken up by fellow number 5, Aiden Wilkie. At the blue line, Lehman gives it to the point man. Braxton McNulty's shot deflected straight up and over the glass into the webbing, the netting behind goaltender Colin Freitas. Face off to the left of Freitas, 9:28 to go. Second period, a 1-1 hockey game. Hanover struck first 3 minutes in. BG equaled it up about 2 minutes later. Again, the net comes off and the whistle. That net's just coming off way too easy. One touch and it's off the moorings. And the official is talking to Freitas as if that happens one more time and you're going to get called for a delay of game. He's just telling Freitas, you're leaning on the net too much, and Freitas is like, I'm not doing anything differently than I would do in a normal game where the moorings were properly installed. I mean, those are touches that the goalie uses with his shoulder or his pad on the post just to find out where he is, where the net is behind him. And those fairly light touches that I'm seeing are knocking the net loose, and it looked like it produced a warning there from the official. Ryan Flynn just bowls over one of the Hanover players en route to the offensive zone. Round the boards, not out. BG holding it in as Aiden Wilkie swings it around the boards. That shot actually looked like it struck the referee on the way to the neutral zone. Wilkie is first back to get it. Forechecking for Hanover's Owen Stadeheim as they play keep away from Stadeheim. Around the boards again. This is freshman Mike Schaff of Nashua. Across the red line, he dumps it in. BG getting a quick line change as it makes its way all the way around to Silas Oberting. Oberting backing up, has it stolen away. BG trying to come up with the go-ahead goal here, putting the pressure on a steal in the offensive zone. Ryan Flynn had it stolen from him, and it's cleared out. Barker swings it around and slaps it behind Harris LaRocque, the Hanover goaltender. Round the boards and out, but Barker collects, throws it across ice. BG with good puck movement. Can't connect, and Hanover had a chance to get a stick on that, so no icing. Oberting was on a head-on collision course there. He gave up the puck, and it was stolen from him near boards by Nick Gould. Gould throws it around behind the net. Far point. Rister in traffic off the back boards. Ben Peterson first to get it. Slips a check, then loses the puck. Barker had a chance at it. And now Hanover around the boards. Waiting there was a BG defender, but able to get it out was Oberting. Nick Gould with it. Behind his own net he goes. Nick Gould, senior forward from Nashua, 6'3" and 200 pounds. Throws it into the neutral zone. Nifty defensive work by Matty Gardner, number 19 for Hanover, who stopped any hint of a BG rush and turned it into a pressure point situation for Hanover in the offensive zone. Puck fought for and out. Teams trading possessions here halfway through, little more than the game and the second period with 7 minutes left. 1-1 hockey game here in the second period. Centering pass right onto a BG stick, and they turn it into a breakout. Shooting it in, Patrick Madden goes behind the Hanover net. Cardinals get another line change. Good forechecking by the sole player that was out there, Ben Peterson, during that line change. Still has the puck in the offensive zone. Shot just wide of the goal. What a great setup for Liam Nye. Wasn't quite able to find the opening on the far side of the net that looked like it was there just for an eye blink. Good stick handling at the blue line. Johansson with a wrister. And Harris LaRocque saw it all the way. A couple of players getting chippy in the near corner, but no penalty is called. Guertin stepping up the intensity a little bit there in the last couple of minutes, but still nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. They may have been dominating the last few minutes of play, but still can't get that go-ahead goal. Taking the face-off for the Cardinals, number 14, Ben Young. Kind of a neutral no-win there, but the puck is still in the Hanover end, and now coming away with it is Sean Kelly, number 22. Throws it around behind the boards. First to get it is Hanover's Elias Zinman.
John, you can see Hanover's speed is hampered by the size of this rink. They really can't get too many good breaks.
Like the old Boston Garden. BG trying to come out of their own zone.
Well, that's just
Sean
it.
Kelly.
That's Hanover's best chance is a consistent forecheck.
What do you use the boards for? Check them. I've never heard that chant before, I gotta say, especially not at skate 3. Johansson bothered, but comes out with a nice rush. Here's Liam Nye. The goal scorer for BG.
Shot.
Looking for number 2.
He had a corner, but he went for the wrong one. If he had gone wide, he might have had a chance.
Looked like a block or a stick save by LaRocque, keeping the pressure on the Cardinals. In the corner is Ben Young with his head up, centering pass, but good defensive work by the back-checking David Lehman, number 5 for the Marauders, prevented another shot on goal.
Guertin, I think, John, has got to take the body a little bit more. He's got to be more aggressive in this in Hanover's zone.
Liam Nye trying to get a centering pass away.
Against good teams, they're going to pressure you.
Nye got tripped up. That's going to be a call against Hanover.
It'll be a power play for the Cardinals.
So
that's what puck possession does. When you have the puck for a long time, the other team gets frustrated and they make a play to try to get it away from you, and they'll end up committing a penalty. You see that over and over again in the sport of hockey.
I'm sensing more of a sense of urgency on the part of the Cardinals, Tom, to come up with this go-ahead goal. They definitely ratcheted up the intensity in the last few minutes.
They've had some chances, but they haven't had really good chances. They got a break on the net dislodge on the power play for Hanover earlier in the period.
Yeah, the save of the period so far belongs to BG's goaltender, Freitas. It was like a 2-on-0 at one point.
Yeah, it was a point blank, and he got it right in the chest.
A terrific footwork in the goal.
And here we go.
Follow the puck. On the power play, the Cardinals. Doug Barker shoots it all the way around. Ryan Flynn is over there to get it. double team for the moment. Now he gets some help, and BG setting up on the power play as they play a little stick catch here.
Got to wrist it through. You had two defenders. You could. Oh, they tried it. They couldn't get it through.
Didn't get through.
I
Doug
thought they had a
Barker,
chance. Oh,
diagonal
the one-timer.
pass.
That was a play set up for a one-timer.
Good poke check by Braxton McNulty, number 16.
Peterson couldn't get it off. It was just behind the play. Peterson, it seems to me, John, as we've seen him, he's hit the ice a few times. Seems as though he's having trouble getting his skating together today.
1:09 to go in the power play. Ryan Flynn going down the near boards all the way around. Centering pass, and he had a great opportunity in front of with a teammate.
Yep, trying to time it. He was trying to time it and couldn't quite do it.
Jack Johansson.
Got to shoot it right here. Got to shoot up.
With his head up, trying to find Peterson, and the Marauders shoot it away.
And watch out for a break here. See, the one thing Guertin hasn't done, and I'll probably jinx it, is they haven't turned the puck over a lot. You know, they've maintained possession.
Marauders clear at the length of the ice.
This is dangerous.
20 seconds. Shot. Goal.
Score, yep.
You could see that coming. A shorthanded goal with 20 seconds left to go, and the penalty kill for Hanover.
Happens,
they score.
Right when I say they hadn't turned the puck over.
You did, man.
I jinxed
That was
it.
a big-time jinx.
That was a big-time jinx.
You didn't even wait for the power play to be over.
No, it was right after I said it.
Wow.
What can I tell you, you know?
BG defense just breaking down in the defensive zone on the power play.
Short-handed for Hanover.
Losing the handle.
And I mean, Freitas made the 2 saves.
2 saves. It was Woods and McNulty who were down there on the forecheck on the penalty kill. And Woods got the goal, assisted by McNulty. So 15 from 16. And Woods got about 3 whacks at it, Tom. And I think, you know, even after his first 2 saves, you know, Freitas was looking good, but then he kind of lost his balance, and it was just a wide open net.
You can tell. Hanover sent 2 men back.
Here comes BG trying to get the equalizer. Saved by Larocque.
And the thing that Larocque did there is he held on. He didn't have the rebound. There was no rebound for the wing on the other side to get for the open net. But you can tell Hanover was 2-on-1 down in this end. No one came back. And that hurt.
Yeah.
The turnover, and it's a 2-1 game.
Marauders risked it away. There was 4 seconds left to go in the penalty kill, so they're allowed to do that. No icing. Johansson back to get it. Now we're 5-on-5. With number 5 with it on his stick, deflected back to the Hanover blue line. The Marauders lead it 2-1. Johansson with it.
They're 2 out of 3 on their best chances.
Johansson still has it in traffic, and it is somehow blocked or deflected, so it didn't go past Larocque, but I don't think he saw most of that shot. BG with it again across the blue line as Ben Young behind the net he goes. Young still with it. Pivots. Loose puck in front.
Got to shoot it.
Gould wheeling around, trying to Sean Kelly, that was 22.
And that was a quick shot that was right on net. So BG now, they stepped up their shooting. A little desperation, and offsides is going to be called. Faceoff will be out of the zone.
There was a line change going on. The player who was offside was oblivious to the play, but standing outside the boards, and he got whistled for offside.
Yeah, and you're lucky you didn't get too many men called.
Well, the guy he was replacing was waiting for him to go off, so they did that right, but just interesting that it got called. You're offside a lot of times when you come on the ice in the second period.
Here's the chance, 2-on-3.
Peters, actually that's not Peterson, that is Aaron Pratt, number 21, who's got spun around. Ryan Flynn, though, comes out of the pile with the puck. Flynn shot, save Larocque. No openings.
No openings and no rebounds.
Yes, no rebounds. Swallowing up the puck. And you know, Joe, look now, this period's almost over. 1:43 to go.
It's been a fast period. I said I was going to go down and shoot some photos for the first 4 or 5 minutes, and all of a sudden I look up and there's, 6 minutes left in the period.
BG, with all that kind of offensive intensity they had, it's probably amazing to them that they're down 2-1.
Yeah, it's a good team. You can't make mistakes against good teams.
turning it over on the power play in their own zone, producing the go-ahead goal for Hanover.
And in the real good opportunities, Hanover's had 3 of them, and they've capitalized.
They're going to call that
2.
a penalty. You had a guy reaching forward and pushing a Hanover player at about, I don't know, mid-thigh height, and the Hanover player lost his balance and crashed into the boards, and I don't know what this penalty is going to be. They're going to call it a cross-check. That's amazing. I believe it was hockey glove on thigh that caused that.
Cross-check or interference.
I mean, I've seen some cross-checks administered in front of the net by defensemen on forwards, but that was more like a push with a hockey glove than a cross-check. Power play for Hanover, a big call. That means for the rest of the period, foreseeably, Hanover could have a man advantage, and they're already up 2-1.
They'll either have a man advantage, John, or they'll have a goal, one or the other.
As they set up.
Nice block. You got a chance. Oh, almost. Peterson hanging back. Peterson hanging back.
Cross-checking they caught
no,
on
they
Flint.
did. You called it. You called it.
Questionable
Guertin,
call.
I get aggressive in this. Nope. Can't do it now.
Well, with Peterson out there, there's a shorthanded goal possibility, but right now Hanover setting up on the power play in the offensive zone. 35 seconds left to go in the period. 120 in the penalty.
This is what you don't want if you're BG. You don't want them to be able to set up like this.
Blocker save, Freitas. Hanover still with the puck. Lurking, circling. Shot, goal!
There it is.
A wrister from the point by Matty Gardner, the freshman, usually a forward playing point on the power play, and he wrists one past Freitas, and suddenly Hanover has a 2-goal lead, first 2-goal lead of the game with 21 seconds left in the second period.
How about that? The thing is, they were able to set up. Guertin couldn't disrupt their power play setting up once they got it together when I said it, and they were able to get it out to the point, because what they did was during that setup, they created a lot of traffic in front of Freitas.
In the beginning of the period, Hanover started with a power play. They got a goal that was disallowed because the net became dislodged. Right. If you're a Hanover fan, that power play goal is poetic justice.
Gardner with the goal, and Guertin now down 2. They're going to take the penalty time off the clock. They haven't done that yet.
Yeah, there's 5-on-5. They still have the penalty up there against Ryan
And that'll
Flynn.
do it for the period.
That's like that Gronk push-off penalty. You know, a big guy knocks the little guy down. It's automatically a penalty. Questionable call, but nevertheless, BG is down 2 goals as we get set for the third period.
Special teams for the Cardinals, hurting them on both sides.
Yeah,
today.
they gave up a shorthanded and a power play goal.
Right, and they're down 3-1 as we end 2 periods. We'll be back with the third period. You can tell Guertin will put the pressure on. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Skate 3. Third period action about to get underway, and Bishop Guertin finds themselves down 2 goals to the Hanover Marauders as we get set for the third period faceoff. John Collins with Tom King, Tim O'Neill on camera. Tom, BG's in a hole.
Now they made 2 mistakes. They made a mistake on the shorthanded play when Hanover was shorthanded, and they turned the puck, BG turned the puck over in their own end, leading to the go-ahead goal, and then they made a mistake on the penalty. You know, a push from behind. And in a close game like this, where there aren't a lot of penalty calls, the referees are going to look for some things.
Big hit starts off the second
great.
period.
I said they had to be more physical, but now Guertin's got to really concentrate, you know, on shooting. At puck possession, but they haven't been able to turn the puck possession into shots. As a matter of fact, after 2 periods of play, they've been outshot by Hanover 20-17.
Ryan Flynn's got it. One of the most physical players on BG. Takes the puck across blue line, gets himself offside.
Although I don't think Hanover's put 20 shots right on net. I think they've been shots taken. Guertin, on the other hand, they put about 17 on.
Bishop Guertin did have a loss in their most recent game, Martin Luther King Day 5 days ago at Arlington Catholic. But they had, before this game, 5. There's some vehicle out in the
there's a
very
lot of
full
cars,
parking lot blocking another vehicle.
A lot of cars strangely parked. Here's a chance for Hanover. Guertin just stick off and.
Yeah, slow to get up. The Bishop Guertin player definitely got the worst of that. He's going to go off the ice. And it looks like a little bit of an injury there. It might have been number 19 for BG.
It was 19.
And that is Cam Fagan slowing it up on the.
Yeah, he's important to them. They don't want to lose him.
One of the key defensemen for the Cardinals. Down 3-1 RBG. They had gone 5-0 against New Hampshire teams before this one. But they're down 3-1 here, early third period action. Puck goes around the boards, and really they can't afford to give up the next goal. They need to
Fagan's
score.
stick is still on the ice, John.
Yeah, it is. There hasn't been any whistles, and
the referee has not made no attempt to go over there and pick it up.
Not my job, man.
Well, you may argue that.
Yeah, no.
In a way, it is.
Yeah. And that's like the Deadwood in a bowling alley. There's a shot and a save on the far toe pad.
Great save by Freitas.
Yeah, I don't think he saw it till it hit him, but he's still in great position.
Oh, this is too much.
We've got a penalty coming up against Hanover.
Yes.
It might have been a hold.
You would think that all that pressure around Freitas would cause BG to have the penalty, but no, there was a knockdown by the Marauders in front of the Guertin net.
Another opportunity for the Cardinals, but these special teams haven't been that kind to them.
No,
they haven't scored and they've given up a goal.
And they're running out of time for those opportunities to be cashed in.
Guertin gave up a shorthanded goal the last time they had a power play, a 5-on-4. Face off to the left of Harris LaRock, the Marauders goaltender. It is a holding call. Rister from the point, save LaRock. He saw it all the way.
Yeah, but that's where his height that we talked about played into it. He was down a little bit, but he's so tall that he still had the height to stop the shot because that shot was high and it was off his chest.
Good news for the Cardinals. Cam Fagan bouncing back from that injurious hit on defense. He's on the ice for the power play.
In fact, he's at the point right by the blue line.
Yeah, he just took that shot. Loose puck, fought for in the circle area. Coming up from behind the net was Ryan Flynn. Wasn't able to get it onto a teammate's stick, though, and the Marauders clear. Foot race for the puck. Peterson going after it, but first to get it, Lehman has no help, though.
Lucky Peterson gave up on that play. He had no choice, but still, there was nobody back there.
Peterson.
And now, see, because of that shorthanded goal, Guertin's sending more players back. It takes away from their ability.
And they give it with the power play immediately. A hit from behind, and Ryan Flynn, the second penalty on Flynn is that Barker.
No reason.
It's Barker, not Flynn.
No reason to make that hit.
Yeah, Barker's another big boy, and he hit a smaller player, and it just looked bad. Levels him from behind. That might be the call, hitting from behind. And that'll wipe out the power play, and it'll give the Marauders a man advantage for about 30 seconds, 1:14 from now.
You've got to hope that's not a 5.
Yeah, good point. Let's listen.
It's only a 2.
It is a 2?
Well, for the board. Board has 2.
Okay. Face-off will come down into the BG zone because the penalty was on the Cardinals. 4-on-4 hockey for the moment for the next minute or so. Another cross-checking penalty. I'm pretty sure that was just a body check from behind. I don't think the stick really was a factor, but the referees are down there and we're up here.
It's interesting sometimes how they make those calls. And I mean, there was a penalty. It's just how they categorize it.
Right. Face off, won by Hanover. 4-on-4 action. This is Aiden Wilkie, number 5. It gives it up in the neutral zone, gets it back. Wilkie with it inside the blue line. BG might want to think about making some hay on this 4-on-4 here. Usually you get some scoring opportunities for somebody. And of course, Guertin has the pressure on them to get that next goal, down 3-1. Guertin with it inside the blue line. This is Johansson.
Yeah, nice recovery by Hanover defensively to keep Johansson from getting a clean shot.
Flynn has it in the corner. He's by himself for the moment, being double teamed. Ben Peterson comes down to help. The Hanover comes away with it. And out of their own zone. It is a power play right now for Hanover.
46 seconds on the power play. And here comes Peterson.
Peterson has it. 1-on-3. Ben Peterson to the corner, has it poke checked away. Good defense by Braxton McNulty, who has it. Slides it across to Silas Oberting. Oberting with a head of steam into the neutral zone across the blue line.
Flynn almost had an interception on that pass, John. Just about a stick away from it.
Stadeheim, number 11,
Watch
gets it to Silas Oberting. Oberting's centering pass nearly went all the way out of the zone. It's corralled, a wrist shot through traffic, saved by
That's where
Freitas.
you've got the problem.
Shot one-timer.
One-timer did not get
in.
in.
The net comes loose again. Freitas, who is able to throw his weight around, hitting those posts by accident.
Yeah, Freitas slid, made the initial save, but the puck slid out.
Did you see the warning the official gave him the last time?
I was right down there when he did it. Freitas was like, what?
What it is these nets come loose too easily.
They are.
I mean, that's just incidental contact that any goaltender may be expected to make against a post in a situation like that.
Look at that ricochet.
I know, dangerous situation there for BG. As I said, it's going to be ill-advised to give up this next goal.
Not Concord, but Hanover really working to get Freitas out of position, and now we're at even strength.
Peterson trying to come up with a miracle shot from a tough angle.
John, can you name a really solid scoring chance that Guertin's had since the first period?
No. 5-on-5 hockey again. Ben Young is number 14.
This could be one.
Wilkie's shot is saved.
Yeah.
That's Aaron Pratt. Sorry, Aaron Pratt, number 21.
Too far out, nowhere to hide, and that's why LaRocque takes up a big space. There's no hole as he's standing up.
Yeah, Liam Nye, the only goal of the game for Guertin. A shot that kind of Harris LaRocque didn't seem the visual. He had no visual on it. And it slid by him far corner. Coming at him sort of from the his left from the face-off circle area. Nye was able to backhand the puck past him. A nifty assist made by Ben Young, a between-the-legs no-look pass to Young to set that up. But that's been it. As Tom said, they have gotten no clear-cut scoring chances since the first period. Meanwhile, Freitas has been challenged almost every other minute, it seems like, to make big saves. 3-1, the score. Hanover in the lead. Johansson trying to carry it past two Hanover players. Cannot. It is lifted. It is onside. This is Joe Goff into the corner, being checked by Aiden Wilkie. And around the board, Sean Kelly with it.
Another stick on the ice.
It's been littered with sticks this game. Wilkie.
And it's right out in the middle of the zone, too.
Yeah. It's like an obstacle course out there. With it, Sean Kelly. Kelly across the blue line with his back to the goal, puts the brakes on. Trying to operate in the Gretzky zone. Instead, it's stolen away by Hanover. Good back check by Patrick Madden. Teams trading possessions in the neutral zone. Oberting flips it in. And first back to get it, Johansson with a head of steam around the net, around the stick that's still on the ice. Hanover standing still as puck is whistled off of the blocker of Freitas.
But that's all they get.
Individual
those
effort.
Shots. They haven't had a breakaway. They haven't had any kind of forecheck to get solid rebound shots on LaRock.
I think it was Cam Fagan that went the distance there. His uniform was rumpled. I thought it might have been Johansson. I think it was Fagan, number 19, who is still out there, by the way. A long shift on defense for him. Good step up, nearly a steal, though. Dangerous play by Sam Cronin, number 7.
You got 7 minutes left.
In the game, you need a goal. Make it a 1-goal game at the point.
Hanover's really making them work from the outside.
Yeah.
They're not able to get anything down low.
BG had a 10-goal game and a 9-goal game entering that Arlington Catholic loss. They lost 4-1 on Monday of this week, and they've only scored 1 goal here, so they've been in a scoring drought for a couple of games now against good competition, granted, but they need a goal desperately here with 6.5 minutes to go, third period. Down 3-1. Somebody's got to give a spark. The Cardinals with it. Off the boards. Number 11. Not on the roster. So apologize. The wrister and a save. I was hoping for number 11 to score so we could make it a 1-goal game and so we could find out the young man's name.
You know, I think that happened the last time. I think I know his name, but I don't have it. I think his first name's Ryan, but I don't have it on me.
I'm scanning for Ryan's here. The only one is, I think we have Ryan Flynn. We know he's number 17. So it might be in addition to the roster after they printed him. Loose puck in front, and LaRock clamps down. I don't think he saw that till the last second. And Doug Barker gets issued out of the crease by several players in maroon jerseys. Puck in the center ice area. Jack Johansson, wristed, blocker save by LaRock. He saw it all the way. In the corner, Flynn trying to come away with it. Oberting has it for Hanover. He lifts it out. That's onside. And it is going to be icing.
Get a break there. You get the face-off back in your end. But you've only got 5:41 to play to get 2 goals against one of the better defensive teams we've seen.
Face-off won by the Cardinals, stolen though by Hanover. As they come out of their defensive zone, BG shoots it right back in. Cam Fagan does. Stolen around the wraparound. Can't complete it though. Aaron
that
Pratt.
Turnover. They may not have needed the wraparound. They may have needed the centering pass because you had a player there.
Aaron Pratt crashes into the boards with Oberting, number 4 for Hanover. Beachy comes out of the corner with it. Can they get a shot away? Deflected.
Weak one.
And pouncing on it is LaRock.
And another stick on the ice.
Yeah, Ben Young sticking with him all the way as he shot that puck was Matty Gardner, who's had a very good game for Hanover. He got the goal, the second goal, on a wrister from the point to make a go-ahead goal in this game, number 19. And he's just a freshman, number 19 for Hanover, with a great defensive play there.
Now Peterson, right idea, but deflected, shoots it again.
Wrister, Johansson through traffic. Somehow LaRock saw that one as players hit the deck.
Guertin putting some pressure on.
Rowan Wilson, number 6 for Hanover, had his stick chopped in half, and he sprinted to the bench to get another one so he can take the faceoff. Heads up play by him, $100 shift though. Flynn, it's going to get called for a penalty for what? Elbowing, they're going to say.
Got the elbow up.
You know
on the
what
hit.
though? He followed through on a shoulder hit, and again, I don't know. That's the bigger player, shoulder to shoulder, and he wins, and he gets whistled for it. Questionable, especially when the official's behind the play. And I guess you got to keep the elbow down, but it was really shoulder to shoulder contact initially. And a big penalty because there's only 5 minutes left and 2 minutes of it.
There's a split second for the referee to make that decision.
Why is there 2 numbers up there? It's almost like The two biggest guys on the team, 2 and 17. It's like one of them.
Well, 2 is
is Barker.
It was Barker who was talking with.
Yeah.
And he's on the ice now.
He's on the ice, yeah. Right. So it's not a 5-on-3, right. But they put both numbers up there.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah, okay.
Here you go.
Peterson trying for a shorthanded goal. He gets taken down, and will they call that?
Call, and they don't get
They
it.
won't call that, and the BG fans are livid.
Looked like a clean takedown to me, Johnny.
Yeah, it did. You know, they're looking for the makeup calls. What they're looking for.
Well, what they're looking for is any break they can.
Yeah, and there's a heavy hit behind the goal as Barker takes out a Hanover player. Slow to get up was Elias Zinman, number 18. Ricochet pounced on by Freitas.
See, that's the other part. Guertin's game is physical. The referees have taken that away a little
They
bit.
have. They've penalized him for it.
Right, and that's hurt them a little.
I mean, I thought there was a couple of.
lot.
I thought there was 2 phantom cross checks and a phantom elbow.
Hurt him a lot.
I mean, I'll be the first to say I saw the slashing to the head call. That was a penalty, but I'm telling you, some officials making some calls behind the play, like blocked, and I think they're kind of guessing.
Idea to try to chip it ahead for the breakaway, but didn't have it.
Centering pass stopped by Freitas near side around the boards.
42 seconds left on the power play. 3:32 left in the game.
Time's precious for BG.
Yeah, I don't sense it, John. Do you?
No,
doesn't
I
look
don't.
like it.
It doesn't feel like they have the scoring spot.
Right, exactly.
They lost 4-1 to Arlington Catholic. They look like they're going to be stuck with 1 goal in this game the way things are going.
Got to figure out a way to beat good teams with offense.
Got to find a way to finish. Can I finish? Can I finish?
Yeah,
Ross
exactly,
Perot,
right.
as an ancient presidential candidate reference.
We used to use that line to end our talk show at
Oh,
Christian
yeah,
King.
right.
The old
Yeah,
ESPN New Hampshire.
He got the audio clip out, did he?
Yeah, that was.
I remember that. Yeah,
for our show-ending commentary.
But yeah, BG can't finish these scoring chances.
Nope.
They're down 3-1. I mean, they've out-physical Hanover, but it's cost them a few penalties, and they've got no goals for it.
But they escaped the power play here because it's up right now.
And so it's 5-on-5
Well,
off the glass.
What that did was limit the offensive chances. That's all you need, is to limit those chances for Guertin if you're Hanover, because you've got a 2-goal lead to work with. They say the most dangerous lead in hockey is a 2-goal lead, but in this case, it seems like 4.
Barker, nice tipsy-do. Barker in! Shot! How did that not go in?
I don't know, because Larocque didn't see it.
Wow, he looked like he wristed it past him, and somehow it's in the corner. What a play by Barker.
Larocque
they need more of that.
behind him, and that's a telltale sign.
Yes.
The goalie thinks it's in, and it wasn't.
Wow. Barker with a nifty move in alone and got a shot away, and somehow it ends up in the corner. I don't know if it was a ricochet off of the goalie's equipment. Did it hit his shaft of his stick or something? That was bizarre. Looked like it was labeled for the far corner about thigh high. 3-1 still. Hanover with the lead. Only 2:13 to go. Timeout.
Looks like timeout, Guertin.
I believe so.
Yeah, they looked down at the bench when they all of a sudden got to the face-off circle. 2:13, 3-1.
Head coach of BG is Gary Bishop. His assistants are Mark Mantone, Dan Phillips, and James Callahan. Interesting that Hanover's got their head coach and assistants listed along with a strength coach. Wayne Burwell assisting head coach Dick Dodds and assistants Dean Cashman, Dave Sutton, and Patrick Doherty. That's something you usually see in a football roster, but hockey roster is sort of unusual. Teamwork makes the dream work. I like that slogan here at the Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsboro.
Cardinals seeking their first state championship since 2015 when they beat Concord.
They got to find a way to get one past Harris Larocque here.
We got 2 months Well, just a little under 2 months before we get to that point.
Hanover, fast break into the offensive zone. Trying to play their best defense with a good offense. Now BG steals it away, trying to self-pass off the boards. A little stick work there by Liam Nye out of frustration after he can't chase down the self-pass.
See, the Cardinals, what they need to do, John, is they need to learn how to create some of their own chances against good teams, because a lot of their chances against in some of the other games have been created for them by the opposition.
Good point. You know, you got to, you can't rely on just mistakes or poor skating. You know, beating people to the puck. You have to actually.
And see, here you got to break down the right side, but you have to go to a line change.
Yeah, nice pass there. 2-on-1. Barker.
High.
Good defense again by the freshman Matty Gardner.
Still loose in front, and a penalty.
Net's loose.
Net's loose. Yep.
That net's been coming loose pretty much all game, but that's the first time I think that Hanover's knocked it free. 1:14 to go. Face off to the left of Harris LaRock, who's played a great game in net for Hanover, facing fewer shots than BG. Actually, they have 20 shots for Hanover and only 17 for the
Well, that's
Cardinals.
at the end of the last period. I don't agree with the 20 for Hanover.
Right.
And I think Guertin's had about 15. They've probably put on 20 in this game.
1 minute left in the game.
Here's another one coming up.
Centering pass, shot, trying to go 5-hole and can't get it through. I don't know if he was trying to go 5-hole. It was a misfire, Tom. But
I think it was a misfire because you had the open upstairs.
He did. Great chance again for BG, but they cannot finish it.
And they've pulled the goalie.
They have. 6 on 5.
Fritos, so it's 6 on 5.
There is no goalie off camera to the right.
So
Colin Freitas is on the bench, the extra skater. BG needs to track down this puck, and they do in the person of Doug Barker. As he lifts it back to the point, deflected shot, second bite at the apple for Cam Fagan. Barker throws it around behind the net. Ben Peterson, there's Ryan Flynn with it. Near post, Hanover's got it, and it's deflected but not out. To the point, Johansson's wrister, saved by LaRock.
LaRock saw that. There were 3 people that shot had to go through.
You got to come up with something twisted to get it past Mr. LaRock. He's got good visuals on these long distance shots and no rebounds, just swallowing them up.
26.5 seconds to play.
A frustrating game for BG.
Here's a chance right here.
Cam Fagan,
wrister
through traffic. Again, LaRock sealing off the post, sealing off both posts. And getting,
ooh, doesn't like the,
he
throws a punch.
The goalie's in
threw
there.
A punch.
Yeah, just the frustration spilling over into fisticuffs.
But LaRock threw a punch.
I know. I think it was initiated by BG,
Tom. Maybe, but you can't throw a punch.
No, you can't. And he lost his stick, and he
used
his stick
So let's see what they're going to do here. With 13.3 seconds left, LaRock reacted to something.
I think you're right. I think he's going to get penalized for the punch. That's what the discussion is. He's got to take a player to serve the penalty for LaRock. Hanover's going to be down 6 on 4 here shortly with 13 seconds to go. Probably going to be a roughing call against number 35, LaRock. And
1, 2, 3.
There comes the player to the bench,
6.
to the penalty box. It is going to be
16.
Braxton McNulty serving the penalty against the goalie. 6 on 4. Probably not enough time to make hay with this punching penalty. Shot, a blistering shot wide, 5 seconds left. LaRock saves it with 3 seconds left.
Be a lot of drama if it was only a
wouldn't it
one-goal
be?
lead, right?
Yeah.
LaRock gets the penalty, but Hanover will get the win.
And BG's going to get a penalty with 3 seconds left. Hanover's fans like it. Barker doesn't like it. He thinks it's a makeup call or something of that nature. The BG fans do not like the game that was called by the referees here tonight as far as penalty calls. But it is going to be a 3-1 final, it appears, as Colin Freitas makes his way back into what was an empty net. As we have a 4-on-4 situation. That was 2 minutes for slashing on Barker as he's in the box as the buzzer sounds. Hanover comes south to Bishop Guertin and hands BG their first loss against a New Hampshire hockey team this season. So a tough game for the Cardinals, but they will be back. You can bet on the winning track sooner or later, probably sooner this season. For Tom King and my cameraman Tim O'Neill, I'm John Collins. Thanking you for watching this NHIAA ETV telecast of Hanover at Bishop Guertin on January 20 of 2018. The Marauders take it 3-1. Good night from Skate 3, everybody.